Well, my name's Tom Hufft, and I retired 4 years ago, so 2015, I retired from Garney. So I've enjoyed 4 years so far of that retirement life. I've worked a cumulative total of 20 years at Garney. I had a break in service, so I did 2 years and then 18 years. Well, what I did at Garney was a superintendent, and I worked all over the United States. It's just been a blessing, and the blessing come at a sacrifice. I mean, I lived in a travel trailer where you couldn't yawn without your arms hitting the wall in a fifth wheel trailer, and never knew anybody wherever we went. You had to meet all new people every town you went to, and you didn't know where to go, what part of town to stay out of, and it come at a sacrifice. But being able to work with Garney, the sacrifice was worth the trouble. So it was a good deal. Well, the ESOP, it's just allowed me to have a comfortable retirement. I mean, I have a house in Florida. My friends and I can go down, and I spend the winter in Florida and bass fish nearly every day, which is something that I really enjoy. And I've got a 1926 Model T Ford, and so I've got it in the place I live in Florida is a gigantic subdivision with not a lot of houses in it, so I can get in it and drive it around, and I enjoy that. I enjoyed rebuilding it, and I enjoy the older guys that see it and can appreciate what it is. And I'm around a lot of retirees, and I would say, as an average, the retirees that I know are way above as far as the comfort level of being retired financially after working at Garney is a lot better than what most people have. So, and I had soothsayers, a lot of them, that worked for me coming up that, I had one guy in particular that just, it was just a bunch of shit. It just wasn't going to happen, and I'm still friends with the guy, and he will openly tell you that he has to take back everything that he said, because he admitted to me just the other day on the phone that if it wasn't for the money that he got working for Garney, he would be 100% dependent upon Social Security, and Social Security is not enough money to live off of, if it's even exists by the time the younger generation gets up there. So if you don't do something to secure your future, nobody else is doing it for you. Here, Garney's doing it for you, so you need to take advantage of that. And I understand the soothsayers, the guys that that don't think it's true, because it almost sounds too good to be true. But it's given to you. I mean, it's not something you're putting money into. It's just being handed to you. You're looking a gift horse in the mouth, And the day is going to come when you're going to want to do what I do or something similar, and you just can't. And I know it's like preaching to the choir, because I heard the same shit when I was a kid, or younger. But it will come, and the opportunity to put money in a 401k and then have Garney match it with stocks. When I realized how it was going, I mean, I found out what the maximum amount was, and I took the maximum amount, not because of the money I was putting in the 401k, because the money that was going into Garney stocks and then the way it was going up. I mean, it seemed like a push. I mean, you couldn't even start to, realize that. So, it's not bullshit. It's, it's there, and it is there, and I'm not the only one that's seen the benefit. I know the guys that have also benefited from it, and you're in control of it. But if you can't buy into it and think that it's real, then I don't know. You're not got the whole idea yet. So, I can see guys on different jobs that loaf around and don't do anything, or they play hide and go seek. That's what I call it. That you're always looking for them because they're all goofing around somewhere. Well, those guys aren't what I call Garney employees. I mean, a Garney employee wants to get the job done in a timely manner with the best quality and best safety. you know, and so that the profitability's there and nobody gets hurt, because that also drives profitability on top of the fact that we just didn't want anybody to get hurt. So, you know, it's just you just got to get the mindset, man, and in doing that, you know, it paid the dividends in having a retirement, secure retirement. But I think it all goes down to when it originally started, everybody adopted the idea that now you're an owner in this company, and if you're in control of your own destiny somewhat. You know, we're smart enough to know that we've got to make money on these jobs to get them stocks coming back up, and everybody was willing to do what it took. I mean, it you know, when you're a salary employee, it's not a 7 to 5 job, or, you know, you do what you have to do to make a profit, because that profit's what's going to drive your stocks up, and you'd be a fool not to take advantage of that you can control. So, you know, I think that's the biggest lesson that I could see